Welcome to the RSP Boiler Room. I'm Matt Waldman with the Rookie Scouting Portfolio. Today we're going to take a look at LSU running back Derrius Guice, and this is a great example of something that I'm a proponent of and write about frequently in the RSP blog, or in what I talk about a lot on podcasts, is that when you're evaluating football players, it's more important to look at the process and not the statistical result. Stats certainly have great use, and if you use the correct data to pinpoint certain things that happen on the field, you're going to be able to find layers of analysis and context that's going to be very helpful. But if you're just looking at box score stats, that doesn't tell you the whole story. It doesn't give you context. It doesn't tell you about technique. It doesn't tell you about a player's understanding of his blocking scheme, how he solves problems, how he integrates all of his skills into one functional play. And this is something that we're going to see on this play with Guice. We're going to see it from an I formation. He's going to work to the left, and we'll watch it. It's just a 2.5-yard gain. Doesn't look like much on the surface. I mean, he's hit at the line of scrimmage here, falls forward for 2.5 yards. What's the big deal about that play? Let's watch it one more time all the way through. Did you catch what I'm looking at? The hint is number 6. Number 6 at the beginning of this play. He's the defensive back playing outside this left hash. And what we're going to be seeing here is a toss play with the left guard working to the outside. And Guice knows, looking at this formation, it's a 4-3 set with the defensive back in the box, that he's going to have a one-on-one with one of these outside players. And in order for him to get a crease, he's going to have to beat one of these guys. So you see the pull right away from the left guard. He's working outside. You get the toss, and Guice is going to ideally want to work downhill behind his fullback. And his fullback works downhill inside the tackle at the left hash. Guice, as he gets the ball, you see him get his head up and he looks downhill and he sees this crease. He sees this is where the crease is going to develop. But this is the man, number 6, who he's going to have to handle. And watch how he does it. He doesn't just head right downhill and go, my fullback is going to take out this man. No, what he does is he presses to the outside. See that outside leg point to the outside? The toes already pointed towards the sideline. He gives the impression that he's going to work outside here, which forces his defensive back to widen his path, account for that outside contain, because that's his responsibility. And then Guice drops the weight and cuts downhill, and there's that open lane with the fullback helping out on a double team with the defensive lineman. And this crease is just enough for him to get into the line of scrimmage and then deliver the low pads into the shoulder of the free defender, force that man to slide down Guice's body upon impact to wrap the legs, and that allows Guice to extend forward to get the positive gain here. Not much here, but conceptually there's a lot going on in contrast to the little bit that he gets statistically. That point outside, back inside, as the defender comes free of this tight end. Good pad level. Could keep the eyes up a little bit more so that he can really drive through that, maybe run through the wrap. But it would have been hard to do that based on the angle anyway. Still, I love this press and cut, and you do have to press and cut sometimes on some gap plays, and this is a gap play. It's just that you're manipulating only one crease. And he does an excellent job of doing that by leaning towards that outside, getting the defensive lineman to work outside, this defensive back to slide outside. That's pressing the lane and then cutting back downhill inside and finishing strong. And this is a play that if he runs straight downhill, There may have been more of opportunity for the defender coming off 63 to disrupt this play and cut it short for a loss. This backside defender who gets dropped here might have had a better chance because Guice is takes a downhill angle immediately without stretching it to the outside. If he worked right downhill, this defender may have been close enough to be able to get back off his knees and lunge forward to wrap Guice for a shorter gain. So there are a number of possibilities here where Guice could have had a lot less than just 2.5 yards. Again, it's about integrating all of these things together, understanding your blocking scheme, understanding who's the defender that you're going to have to take on, how to manipulate that defender within the scope of the blocking scheme. Flexibility, hip, knee, and ankle flexion, pad level. It's all there. Good stuff from Derrius Guice for a 2.5-yard gain. But those are the types of plays that I like looking at, and they often spell the difference between impressive college players on tape who people gush over when it comes to their highlights and real NFL prospects who get the tough yards and do it the right way. Thanks again for watching. For more RSP Boiler Room videos, you can check out my YouTube channel, the RSP Film Room, and my blog at www.mattwaldmanrsp.com.